Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, my name is Odds and we're going to be discussing The Boys episode 6, I believe. This is a Herogasm episode, so definitely hyped up to be raunchy and disgusting and what nobody wanted to see and you needed to put bleach in your eyes. I don't think it ended up being that, but we're going to discuss that a bit at the end. I'm going to give you the breakdown of the episode, then give you some of my thoughts and questions towards the end of the video. If you're new here today, I would love for you to subscribe. I do 2 videos a week. Comics, beauty, vlogs, Star Wars is something on this channel for everyone. I just finished my Kenobi breakdowns, so you can watch that after this, the finale breakdown video. And if you like this video while you're watching, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. So there are some things I loved about this episode. First, it started off with an Imagine spoof started by The Deep. A few celebrities show up in this, including Kamal Nanjiani. I hope I said that right. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, which I was really excited to see. Rose Byrne. I think Elizabeth Banks was in it as well. There were a lot of celebrities that showed up, so really cool to see that. And then some of the members of the Seven were in it as well. We have Black Noir cutting a tracking chip out of his arm. He does this because he realizes that Soldier Boy's going after the members of Payback, and he doesn't want to go against Soldier Boy because he knows he won't win. So he ends up cutting his tracking chip out of his arm and runs. So he leaves the Seven completely. Homelander is devastated by this news. Huey and Butcher strike a deal with Soldier Boy, and they assist him in helping to hunt down the rest of Payback, and they get him to add Homelander to the list. Kimiko is trying to send some text to Frenchie, trying to figure out why he left, if he's mad, what happened. It was a cute sequence until the Russians came to kidnap her. Starlight and MM team up to go try to stop Soldier Boy and Butcher and Huey, but that doesn't go too well. A-Train confronts Ashley about Blue Hawk, but she says she's going to do nothing, and that he's a hypocrite for claiming to care when he didn't care about all the casualties he's had over the last few years. We have a very creepy sequence, very well acted, of Homelander giving himself a little pep talk in the mirror. So he's talking about how he's going to kill the last bit of part of him that's human, try to root that out because it's less than him and he needs to be 100% pure. So creepy. Him and Stormfront were truly meant to be in that aspect. So they go to Vermont to visit the TNT twins, who are members of Payback, and find out that they're holding Herogasm. And that's when we see the Herogasm stuff. So the Deep goes and shows up there because he's supposed to be trying to find the twins to try to get to Soldier Boy. But he gets a little distracted with an octopus. I had to watch that. When Annie and MM get there, Love Sausage is there. And yeah, we get to see his big CGI dick, so that's quite fun. Newman knows Annie knows that she's the head popper, so she brings it up. She tries to get them to team up, but Annie's like, no, I'm not teaming up with the psychopath. I'm going to do things my own way. I'm tired of being told what to do and to deal with one bad person to try to take down the root of all evil. So she disagrees to do that. Newman makes her nose bleed, so she almost pops her head, but she chooses not to because she's America's sweetheart. When Kimiko comes to, she realizes she got her powers back, and she fights off the Russians to save Frenchie, which she does successfully, and she's really torn about it because she thought Vought made her a bad person, but she thinks that deep down she's just a bad person underneath, and this is just who she is, and it's so sad because I want Kimiko to be happy. Back at Herogasm, Huey runs into A-Train and basically tries to force him to apologize. A-Train actually does apologize. He genuinely does feel bad about the situation with Robin, and Huey just does not take it and punches him in the face and tries to get them to fight, but Starlight breaks them off. MM and Butcher get into a fight, although it's not a very fair fight because Butcher's all juiced up, and MM breaks a bat trying to get to him, but ends up getting knocked to the side by one of Soldier Boy's blasts. While they get out of this, A-Train murders Blue Hawk and probably kills himself because he runs he drags him across the ground and running really fast, and it probably kills him. It shows him clutching his chest and dropping to the ground. So this probably is the end of A-Train, but at least he goes out in a good way. Homelander shows up after Soldier Boy blows up Herogasm, and then there's a fight that takes place between Homelander versus Soldier Boy, Huey, and Butcher. Pretty good fight. I really thought that was pretty solid. Homelander is like, oh shit, when he realizes that Butcher juiced up and is like, what is going on? And they have their laser eyes, although Homelanders are clearly more powerful and more under control. So I don't think it's going to be Butcher that's going to be the one to take down Homelander. We're going to talk about that at the end of the video. But he's pretty much almost taken care of before he decides that he breaks off and flies away. So he runs away from the fight because he's not going to survive that one if he stays. Annie then goes live on her Instagram and talks about the dead people at Herogasm and reveals the truth of Homelander, the truth of the Seven, the truth of superheroes in general, and announces that she is quitting from the Seven. So that was the final bit of the episode, and there's a lot to unpack in this episode, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give you my questions and thoughts and theories. Overall, I want to give a brief overview of Herogasm. I don't think it was too over the top. It was The Boys, so it was a bit over the top for the elements that we did see, but it didn't last the whole episode. It wasn't a whole episode of that, which is what I was kind of fearing that it was going to be. I thought they were going to just try to make it as gross as possible. I don't want to say I'm kind of a prude, so watching this show is a little tough, but I just think that they did it and they delivered on it, but it wasn't as atrocious as I thought it was going to be. Now, some questions that I have for the episode and for the rest of the season. How is Homelander going to react to the video? So Annie's like, I'm no longer Starlight, I'm going by Annie January, that's my name. So how is Homelander going to react? Not well, but I think he's going to be a little bit more focused on the fact that he got his ass beat and the threat of the boys being juiced up and going after him. However, they don't have Maeve to give them more temporary Compound B, so that is going to be a problem moving forward if they continue to juice up. But I think not well. He's going to slip even more closer into insanity. He's got not that many people left with him. He has maybe the Deep, and that's about it. At this point, we're missing Starlight, we're missing Noir, we're missing Supersonic because he killed him. We're missing A-Train is probably not surviving. So we have 4. Who else are we missing? And we're missing Maeve. So he has just the Deep left, and he doesn't even really like the Deep. So not looking good for them. So along those lines, what is the future of the Seven? I think this is going to be the end of the Seven. With this series, we're going to see the end of it, and we're going to see a bunch of rogue soups in the next season or 2, however many they decide to do of the boys. I think we're going to see a couple of just rogue soups with no main team that is kind of holding things down. Will Homelander kill Soldier Boy? I think yes, he's going to end up killing Soldier Boy. I don't think Soldier Boy is going to be in the next season. I think he was a one-season deal, which is kind of amazing because Jensen Ackles was in 50,000 seasons of Supernatural for Eric Kripke. But I think he's just going to be a one-season deal, which I'm fine with. Look, the Supernatural fans have like overtaken the fandom, and it's kind of annoying. I used to watch Supernatural, so don't come for me. But I think Homelander will kill Soldier Boy. I think they're pretty evenly matched, but without Huey and Butcher, Soldier Boy doesn't really stand a chance against Homelander. I think he's the strongest. I think overall what's going to happen at the end is Ryan is going to be the one to kill Homelander since he's going to be the most powerful. And it's coming from his own blood. I think it would be more justified to do so. But he's going to be the one that ends up taking down Homelander at the end. But I don't think that's for at least another season or two. So whenever they wrap up the series, I think Homelander's making it to the end of the series and dying in the final episode, because how are they going to get rid of such a great villain? And last question is, will Kimiko make it out of this season alive? I hope so. I'm really terrified because they show her to the brink of death in several episodes this season. She almost got beat to death this last time, but it looks like her powers are back, so she should be healing. But Frenchie mentioned something about the stitches, so it's possible that she's still a little bit weakened. But she should be healing, so I think she should be fine. But there's always something that could come for her and nullify her powers again and cause her to be super harmed. So I hope she makes that out alive. I just don't know if she will. And that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about the episode down below. Did Herogasm live up to your expectations? Did you want it to be more gross and more weird? Let me know down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday with a new video. Bye!